I've been fooled. I've been hoodwinked. I am so angry. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Why are we getting so angry? This is what you really want? Let's see. The cube rule? What the hell? First we asked for hot dog sandwiches. New York said yes. I knew that I would vibe with New York. Most prolific form of reheating pizza after putting it in an oiled up frying pan, pouring some water alongside the pizza, and then covering the top so the steam kind of sits on top of the cheese. Just eat it cold. The texture of cold pizza is that of a corpse. I'm not a fan. I hate this. I hate this so much. This is so flawed already, okay? Because toast and sushi are two separate things. Why does toast fall under... No, rather, why does sushi fall under toast? You've fallen the first hurdle. I can get behind open-faced sandwiches. I would say that a pizza is a sandwich. I'd say that a pizza is a sandwich, just an open-faced one. There's something different about sushi, though. This rice bed, it doesn't hit the same way. Why are we getting so angry about pizza being a sandwich? You fold, maybe? I mean, yeah, I do fold my pizza into a sandwich, but even by itself, it is 100% still a sandwich. This makes no sense to me. Why would toast be in the sandwich category, but also be a category in itself? Quesadilla is only a sandwich if not folded. Yeah, but if it wasn't folded, it would be an open-faced sandwich. Which, according to the cube rule that you preached so voraciously... I lost my sentence. You know how this rule makes no sense? The fact that taco does not have a taco in it. How is a slice of pie and a Victoria sponge cake in two different things? You look at the cross-section, they're exactly the same. The cross-section of a slice of pie and a Victoria sponge cake are exactly the same, but for some reason they're on two separate categories. No. Made and photographed by me, Ryan, it was okay. This guy's definitely British, just based off the fact that he ate a toast sandwich and said it was okay. Pie from side, you can only see the crust. If you look at that silly cake, you can see layers. What do you mean? You can see the innards of the slice of pie. Get me on a call right now. I've got a timer on screen. If you want to phone up and state your argument, you've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to state your case, and then you get booted off. Okay, so the big objection that I've got to the cube rule thus far is that a Victoria sponge cake and a pie, the cross-section is identical, but they're in two separate categories. Do not refute this right now. I just want you to know what your theme is. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go.
If you look at the picture of the Victoria sponge cake, it is very clearly cut on the side. It is not, I guess not clearly, but it is slight and it is cut on the side. If you look at the pie, pie is crust on top, crust on the bottom, and crust on the side. And it is filled before it is baked, okay? Pie is not just crust on top and not just crust on bottom. And for the sub option, there is a hinge because the sub bun is not cut all the way through. It is cut partially through so that I can have a stuffing put inside of it.
And time. Okay, thank you for that. I'm going to hang up the call and completely refute that, because you can definitely see that there's like a tiny bit of crust here visible, but the same thing can be said here. I don't understand what the difference is here. I did listen, I just don't see it. I looked up Victoria sponge cake and we used the worst image. Donkey, Harley, I would like you to please send me a picture of Victoria sponge cake that you would use if you were to be doing this categorization yourself. Without discussing with each other, if you send the same picture, I will concede that I'm probably wrong. I think you're right. I think you might be right. It is a lot to do with the picture. My biggest issue is that they alternate between using slices and full things, you know? With this picture, I mean, I would call that a sandwich for sure. I'd call that a sandwich for sure. I concede. And 30 seconds, time starts now.
Okay, I'm going to be quick. I have 3 points. Sushi should be disqualified. Although it is rice grain, it is not bread. Taco is not a bread either, so the category should be renamed into the hot dog category. And sliced pie should not count since it's not a single entity sliced, but 2 pieces merged together. And before we rejected the pie crust as being a bread. That's all I have.
Okay, perfectly timed as well. I'm more on board with that. I want to propose a new methodology. Settle in. I figured it out. The first type of breaded product that you need to know is now going to be called the equals. Anything that looks like an equal sign from the side, we call equals. Then you've got the open-faced ones. You call that an underscore. That is toast. That is your sushi. That can even be pizza. Next up, V. Tacos. Anything that is folded, but the points at the furthest part of the furthest part away from the hinge don't touch. That is V. Subs, hot dogs, anything where the hinge is curved is now U. We've done it. The difference between V and U isn't distinct enough. You know what? I kind of agree with that. So I think we get rid of V. O category would be sushi, falafels, and enchiladas. I agree with everything that's here. And I think that fits nicely into the O category. I think we need to go back a little bit. I think I was too quick to say O. Wait, no. This works. We have Q as well. Q is for the O's that have a bottom, yes. Or the topping goes beyond the bounds of the O. Okay, popular cakes. Lasagna, Big Mac, and flapjacks. Under my system, equal sign. Here's the thing, I don't think you can say flapjacks when you eat them one at a time. I think a flapjack is an underscore, and they've been stacked as a equal sign. A cake is just a layered sandwich. Yeah. It, you know, in my own wording, what this considers to be a cake, I would consider to be 2 equal signs upon each other. Who eats pancakes one at a time? A cake is just a layered sandwich. Yeah. It, you know, in my own wording, what this considers to be a cake, I would consider to be 2 equal signs upon each other. Who eats pancakes one at a time? We cannot open up another thing. We cannot open up another argument. I eat my pancakes one at a time. Because, okay, here's the thing. Not all pancakes are created equal. The first pancake is not even close to the last pancake. Just because of pan temperature, pan lubrication. And as such, I prefer to have them one at a time, going from the worst pancake, which is the last one, to, you know, the middle pancakes, which are generally the best, and then you go back down to a kind of mid pancake at the bottom. Yeah, the cube rule makes no sense whatsoever. Throw off the shackles of a cube rule and instead embrace punctuation tech. See, I think noodle-based products deserve their own category. I think you hit that with, like, ampersand. You make that an ampersand and suddenly it makes sense. Muffins or other blocks of starch are toast? No. So, if a muffin has a filling, I would put that into Xbox category. If it doesn't have a category, put it under underscore category. Most muffins aren't stuffed. Okay, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but a muffin that has not been sliced is both filled and not filled at the same time, because you cannot know whether it is or is not stuffed until you make the dive for yourself. I'm invoking Schrodinger's muffin right now. It's the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. Turducken is bad. I mean, literally, it is, yes. Like, you have to cook it at a crazy high temperature for a super long amount of time, and therefore the turkey, which historically turkey is not a good bird to eat. It gets absolutely, bodied, and it's drier than the Sahara. Yeah, turkey is a low-tier bird. The croutons are what make it nachos. I am so angry. This is a satire. Are you... This is a satire. Harley, this has to be a satire, right? The fact that a salad, steak, this has to be... we've been done. We've been done dirty. Salad implies free floating food? No. Okay. The fact that this says soup, a wet salad. We've been done so wrong here. We've been done so wrong. This is satire. I've been fooled. I've been hoodwinked.